G'day gang, Danny, how's it going folks? We're back at the World of Warcraft Dragonflight. We do have Marithra's quest, but I'm gonna try like I did the other day with Wrathion. I want to go around and do all the quests that are available here before we continue onward. So let's get this one. We received reports that the Druids of the Flame have established another staging ground just south of the Eye of Ysera. Unfortunately for them, their incursion point has disrupted the local winged wildlife and drawn the ire of the Mother of Flight. Speak with Aviana and lend her your aid. We will need her eyes and wings in the battle to come. I have no doubt my old friend has established a roost above the invasion point. Find her to the east. To the east, on my way.
The dream has such diverse wildlife. Could you help us catalog the denizens of this land?
Here we go. Floating Tree Island. By the Mother Tree, why do you care what they are doing? Fascination, my precious friend. Change comes to the dream and you're not the least bit curious? Curious? I watch them and their sycophantic leaders burn Hyjal. I will not let them.
Speak, mortal.
Aviana? Oh, a friend, mine or yours? I expected Cenarius would send some support eventually, but this foolish ground-dwelling Loa? Aviana taps her talon in annoyance as she gives Konzu a side-eyed glare.
The skies are my domain.
Aviana's assessment? Aviana's eyes narrow as she watches the Druids of the Flame far below. Konzu may be content with letting these heretics destroy the very fabric of the dream, but I am not. Bring me scraps of their armor, stained with blood as proof of your deed. Do not hold back, Artraxius. Remember what these heathens are capable of.
Things are not what they seem. Getting lost is the best way to find things.
Konzu's Quandary? You again? Well, you must be here to help, correct? Absolutely you are. Why would you not? This development is so exciting. What could these desolating druids be up to? Fortunately, a few of my friends have infiltrated the druids. I'm sure they have quite the story to tell. Go forth, my curious companion, and bring back exciting news.
Wait until you see what happens next.
Alright, so we need armor scraps. And we got that. Gotta gather intel. You find some singed research notes on the slain druid. The notes detail experiments being carried out by the Druids of the Flame. You learned that they have created an unusual pollen capable of infusing dream flora with their flame-imbued magic. The next stage targets the local wildlife with the same pollen. Konzu would definitely be interested in a sample of the pollen and these notes. Well, let's not disappoint. Flame-disguised Dreamkin, friend of Konzu. The fiery Dreamkin looks at you in surprise. Konzu is interested in what you have learned about the Druids of the Flame. Konzu! Konzu! The dreamless druids come, but they have no burn. They watch the plants, they change. They change the plants. I will report this to Konzu. Konzu. That's all the scraps. Now we just need to gather intel. Konzu is interested to know what you have learned about the Druids of the Flame. They harvest the seeds and roots with fire, but fire will no burn. Fire blooms. Through dream and flame a fledgling flower, it sprouts and blooms, blooms of destruction. 3. It burns, the flower's peak burns. From roots through petals the fires bloom. Konzu? Konzu, we're learning how to communicate properly. Sample of cinder pollen. Show Konzu the pollen and the research notes. The binder is stuffed with disorganized pages, folded leaflets, and tattered research notes. As you open the disorganized ashwood binder, you flip to an unofficial-looking letter marked with a sigil you've never seen. We have received word from the priestess to begin our work and prepare for our arrival in the dream. Now is the time to embrace our inevitable future. We will remind our people that fire and life can coexist. Attached to this missive, you will find instructions to carry out until our allies have finished their preparations. The dawn of our triumph is upon us. Soon, all we have worked for and all that we have accomplished will bear fruit. From ashes we were born, upon flames we ascend. Firadren, Dawncaller. Attached to the previous page, you find a second note scrolled in a harsher hand signature. You are assigned to Lundane on the Western Shores. Our new allies will require a demonstration of our expertise with fire and nature. The local blossoms will do nicely. Show our new benefactors the power we hold over flame and nature. I will oversee the distribution of our needed supplies from our contacts in Valdraken. Expect delays in our herb shipments. I am staggering our purchases and shipping lines to evade detection from the Consortium and other watchful eyes on the Dragon Isles. Overseer Chardrin. New Cinderbloom 2 crates. New variant harvested from Hyjal. Low supply due to supply line conflicts. Magnolia 10 crates. Harvested from the Firelands. Readily available access. Supplied by the Artisans Consortium. Firebloom 10 crates. Harvested in Tanaris and the Searing Gorge. Golden Fire Orchid, 1 crate. Harvested in the Valley of Four Winds, damaged in transit, unusable. Fireleaf 5 crates, harvested from Borean Tundra. Cinderbloom 10 crates, harvested in Uldum. Preserved Fireweed 1 bundle. Extinct plant harvested from Draenor, treat with caution. Freshly picked Flamecap 1 bundle, harvested in Zangarmarsh. What a trip back. I've picked all of that stuff on different characters. The bough blossoms in these parts of the plains are remarkable. They are rife with such potent life energies. It was difficult to set them aflame, but even when doing so, the blossoms regenerated rather quickly from the center of the flower. I wonder if it has anything to do with the proximity to a dream portal. Our efforts to imbue the blossoms with living flame continue, but their resistance to change has halted our progress. New cinder bloom properties have inspired an idea on how to approach the infusion of these blossoms. Success! Upon observing the rapid burning and regrowing of the cinder bloom's petals, when ignited, my cohorts and I attempted a mirrored approach with the bough blossoms. Final flame blossom infusion. Infuse the petals of the blossoms with enough flame to spark ignition. When the regeneration from the center of the flower begins, sequence several channels of flame into the central stamen, overloading the regenerative portions of the bough blossoms resulted in an utter suffusion of the flowers, turning them into flora of living flame. Further inspection reveals these flame blossoms refuse to die. Rumors are going around that another group has captured a dream guardian and will be transporting it to these ruins. I wonder what they found. You stop on a page with a formal note in the same eloquent hand script you saw earlier in the books. My faithful students, as our kin continue to convert other guardians of the dream in preparation for our invasion, I am faced with a daunting logistical problem. Every druid we dedicate to converting and infusing the denizens of the dream with flame is one less druid we have in our ranks to take the world tree once we open the way. If we turn the very forests of the dream to our cause, we cannot hope to convert hundreds of thousands of lesser creatures by sheer force alone. Fortunately, I have been inspired by your success with the blossoms in Lundane. Once our forces have entered the dream, a select few of you will begin your study on the local flora of the realm. I believe the secret to unifying nature and fire can be found within the dream itself. If we can infuse the flowers and plants of the dream into specimens of living flame, then we can help usher in the new dawn the prophet has promised us. We are not here to burn or sear the beasts and flower and trees of this pristine realm. We are here to change them. Our future and the future of this world depends on our mission. From ashes we are born, upon flames we ascend. Firadren, Dawncaller. Well, what do you make of all that? Konzu, got it. Okay, show Konzu the pollen and the research notes.
Those who harm my children will pay.
Every minute they are left uncontested, every portion of the dream is lost to their heinous acts.
I am reborn.
Actions speak louder than inquiries, champion. Remember that the next time your prey invades your homeland, Aviana shoots a cruel side-eye towards Konzu.
What a fascinating creature. Goodbye, and hello, as
Well,
always.
now this is interesting, isn't it? Konzu shudders as they tap their feet rapidly in excitement. You must be fascinated by this too, Traxius. Oh, how silly of me, of course you are.
You've been frightfully predictable.
I found this bundle of flame pollen and these research notes with the druids of the flame. Konzu peers at the note, reading it in full before sniffing at the bag of pollen. How intriguing! Not only have these druids created a new type of plant, but they are using its pollen to cross-pollinate other dream plants? How curious! It makes you wonder what kind of effect this has on the local wildlife, or perhaps a lower. One way to find out, isn't there? Wait, hold on.
Getting lost is the best way to find things.
Wait, what are you? Konzu, no! The pollen, the change is boring, predictable. This isn't change,
Oh, is this your dream or mine?
Have you gone mad? Sadly, no, but this does change things. Konzu slowly blinks as they stare down at you.
Wait until you see what happens next.
That was devastatingly mundane. Soot and ash forever unchanged. Konzu shakes their enormous head. No, I do not like it.
You've been frightfully predictable. Goodbye. And
Appalling
hello, as
pollen.
always.
This cinder pollen doesn't evoke interesting change. It consumes all until nothing but ash remains. It brings uniformity, and I find that to be tragically stale. I'm all for change no matter the origin, but if this change stymies all future possibilities for future change, then it must be stopped. If creatures of the dream have been infected by this pollen, then they must be extinguished. This is not a flame that can be allowed to grow.
You've been frightfully predictable.
Tasting this flame pollen has given me a small glimpse into the terrible unchanging state that awaits these creatures. Take this charm and use my vision to see which creatures have been afflicted. You know what to do next. Uproot the cause. Aviana's gaze remains locked on Konzu for a moment, her brow furrowed. While I don't see eye to eye with Konzu's fascination for change, their incessant inquiry has unveiled a more deep-seated plot than originally suspected. Putting down the wildlife won't mean much if we don't tear out the root of the cause, locate the burning Ashphodels in the glade below and tear them out. Use Konzu's vision charm. Uproot that flower. Do. Another one over here. The growth cycle. Have we got anything to contribute? Look at that thing grow. Oh my goodness, we got heaps to contribute. Oh my goodness. Still going. There you go. Contribute to increased reward. It's got a minute to go. Can use that time to get our quest done. 4 out of 10. Flowers are popping up everywhere. Man, I just took care of this one, didn't I? Alright, that part's done. Now we just need more. Cinder pollen beasts. Wonder how far away I can go from this. Plant before it are. I don't know if it's possible to be, whether I can still stay, I could just completely take off and still get rewarded, or if I've got to stay in this immediate area. Oh, there's a reward. Plus Drake's Dreaming Crest. Earned from outdoor activities, normal difficulty Immerse and mythic keystone dungeons. +6 to +10. Two more. Give me your side, Konzu. Okay, I agree. Probably not the best time to learn Grow Netherwing Drake Barb Tail. But I was hoping he'd read it a little faster than that.
My winged children fill the skies.
If the
They are my
Ashphodels
eyes.
are allowed to spread their
My
foul pollen
light.
unchecked, then the rest of the dream is in grave danger.
The skies are my domain.
Well done,
mortal.
Artraxius. I'll ensure Cenarius is made aware of the damage these weeds have inflicted. A few dryads should be able to clear up any remaining pollen or flowers you might have missed. Aviana's gaze drops to the druid of the flame incursion point directly below. Oh, but one task remains now, champion.
Are you supposed to be here?
Imagine the lengths these agents of the monotony had to go to in order to get me, the Lord of Change, to interfere with their dream-changing plot. The absolute gall.
Goodbye, and hello, as always.
Overseer Oversight. Those research notes you brought, Konzu, made mention of the ones behind these foul experiments. The Overseer, the one named Shardrin, has been under our noses the whole time. He oversees their research station below us. If we are to permanently end their terrible experiments and disrupt their progress, then he must be made an example of. Mortal, your dedication through these discoveries has been something to behold. I'm almost a little proud to have set you on such heroics. Must it always be about you? Of course, Aviana, and this mortal already expects as much. As a friend of Konzu, they've come to know me quite well, or maybe not at all. See ya. There's the Overseer. You come too late, hero. Our work is already complete. Fear Rodren's vision will come to. Not today, pal, not today.
Those who harm my children will pay.
The Overseer's dead then. Aviana gives you a curt nod of approval. Good. With Shadran gone, their experiments destroyed and their research brought to a halt, let us hope this is the end of their twisted schemes. If you're wondering where Konzu swooped off to during your absence, don't ask. They weren't inclined to tell me. They mentioned something about being bored with the agents of uniformity. I'm sure they'll turn up again at some inopportune time. Mistress of the Mother Tray. Alright, I think we're done here, so we can return and see what is next.